Hey there, folks. So this is the October 2016 Nerd Block versus Loot Crate unboxing. Why am I calling it October 2016? Because the fucking boxes arrived in October of 2016. Send me your tears, please. Last month was kind of one of those videos where I think the way that I put it, it wasn't the best of the worst, but it kind of was the best of the worst. Nerd Block kind of got the C for effort nomination. Both boxes were just kind of weak overall. So, kind of hoping that so we're beginning the World Series tonight. You've got the Cubs, who haven't won a World Series since 1908, going up against the Cleveland Indians, who haven't won a World Series since I believe 1945. So it's kind of like you have the two lovable losers going head to head. And I'm kind of keeping that hope in mind as I go into this unboxing. Hopefully one of my two lovable losers will hand in a decent box that kind of justifies what I'm spending on it for the month. So the way that I always do it is actually I let the how the hell do I do this? I let the person that won go first. That's right. So the non-winner has every opportunity to surprise. So Nerd Block, of course we have to play the game at this point in time. How many Funko products are in this? How many bobbleheads are in this? So let's open up. I'm just going to move the loot crate down here for a second. Let's see what we've got. Oh, hey. Wow. So let's see here. We'll pull the T-shirt aside. Gee. What a surprise. A Nerd Block product with a vinyl figure. Who would have thought? So we have here a Ghostbusters Vinimates. Apparently it is a Nerd Block. Well, it's got a Nerd Block sticker on it. I see a UPC code down on the bottom, but it's got a Nerd Block sticker on it, so I'm going to assume they're going to call this an exclusive, which means they probably just painted a bunch of heads, did some specialty packaging. Of course. Wow. How problematic. Look, it's one of the original male Ghostbusters. Oh my god. I am sure Tumblr and Jezebel are probably screaming in tantrum right now. Why are we giving them boys attention? It's about the Ghostbusters remake. I actually didn't see it in theaters, wasn't interested, finally saw it, and, I'm sorry, man. It absolutely lived up to that disappointing trailer. Unfunny, poorly written, no chemistry between the characters. This was one of those films. I was looking at the time remaining to see how much was left. I mean, usually I judge the mark of a good movie by how many times do I check my watch during the film. And man, Ghostbusters 2016, it's like every 5 minutes, is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? So, the patriarchy is won. The male Ghostbusters are still around. They haven't been completely written out. Still, God, it's a vinyl figure. This is cute. I won't open it because this might be eBayed. But what we have here are, and again, it says Nerd Block exclusive. It's cute. I could use this. So they are alien pre-hatch and post-hatch eggs, salt and pepper shakers. Again, kind of a cool idea. The Alien franchise, I think, is in desperate need of repair. I don't think Prometheus really did. Oh, Jesus God. I saw the next item as I was pontificating. I don't think that Prometheus really did what people were hoping for. This whole idea, it's not a prequel, it's not a prequel, it's not a prequel. Hey guys, look at the last scene. It's a prequel. I think that Prometheus would have been better served, so far as the franchise's longevity is concerned, if they had just said, what, we're doing a prequel. We're going all the way back, and we are starting from the beginning. Instead of this kind of, cutesy tootsy, cloak and dagger. No, guys, it's not a prequel. It's not a prequel. Goddamn, I would love to see, while we still have her, and while she can still do relatively physical stuff, I would love to see one more Alien film with Ellen Ripley. I mean, Resurrection was good. I'm one of the few people who actually liked Alien Resurrection. But goddamn, give me one more Aliens with Ellen. Just give me one more. Come on. If Harrison Ford can do Indiana Jones, as old as Harrison Ford was when he did Crystal Skull, give me one more Alien film with Sigourney Weaver, man. So anyway, the salt and pepper shaker, cute. Not vinyl product, so it's kind of like, one for one right now. One good product, I don't know if I'll necessarily use it, but one kind of not so good product. But this, oh man, so I don't know. Oh, it's just a journal book. Okay, well, okay. Amp back the reaction. So if you've ever seen the film Beetlejuice, of course you know what this is, the handbook for the recently deceased. This is definitely going to be a desk item, I think. I'm going to have to take this into my office and just kind of put this out there and, wait for people to see it and observe it. So it is, as it says, it's a journal book. I was actually hoping, and of course I'm going to call myself out of my hypocrisy. Every bloody time we get a book, it's kind of like, really, we're living in the digital age. We're handing out pulp. But, this would be something they could have actually done something with. So, put the actual material together. But, if you take a look on the inside, it's just, lined paper. It's got a little bit of an embossed pattern into it. But again, this is something you keep for the cover. This is just one of those conversation pieces, if you will. So I guess we're 2 for 1 now. Let's go ahead and open this up. Again, God, I'm kind of getting this right after the right after the season premiere happened, and everybody is just like screaming and pissing themselves. So I've never seen the show. I own it. I don't care if it's nerd shame. I don't give a fuck about zombie narratives. I just don't, man. If I want to see people be shitty to one another, I have Facebook. I have Twitter. I have the political contest right now. I have the election. In the primaries, I saw my friends, and I lost multiple friends because I decided to get involved in the whole Clinton-Sanders primary thing. And now that that's done, it's just getting even nastier. So I really don't give a flying fuck about a narrative where, humanity is reduced down to a handful of humans surrounded by zombies, and the surviving humans treat each other like shit. Sorry, kids, that is my daily life. I don't need to watch it for entertainment. So, of course, my social media page blew up on Sunday night. It was kind of funny. I was actually raiding on World of Warcraft when the episode happened, and one of the guys in the raid says, "My wife and daughter are crying right now, really crying." And don't get me wrong, I've emotionally invested in movies. I've emotionally invested in TV shows, and when something happens to a beloved character, I've had that emotional reaction. But seriously, you're watching the fucking Walking Dead, okay? This is the one show that George R.R. Martin could look to and say, "Holy shit, you really did that?" And this is the guy who is notorious for introducing characters only to kill them. So, what we have here, it looks like it's a coin pouch. Again, not going to open it. Probably going to eBay this, but I guess one of the characters has like a collection of ears that he wears around his neck. A couple years ago, I got Walking Dead ear soap. So I guess we have here a a bloodied zombie ear coin pouch. And again, it's an exclusive, so not my franchise, not my thing. But still, they're at least they're trying. For a while, Nerd Block was just kind of phoning it in, and don't get me wrong, the vinyl figure is very much phoning it in, but for the most part, we're like 3 for 1 right now. So let's take a look here. So we have a poster. I would assume this is Scream, although the artist kind of did a very shitty job drawing Nev Campbell. But it is entitled Final Girls. And we have one half is obviously the Scream Killer, and one half is, I guess that's supposed to be Sydney. Okay, sure. I guess there's like a high schooler somewhere who got a little extra spending cash by licensing this to Nerd Block. Again, not my thing. So let's just make sure. All right, so we have the, hold tight. All right, so we've got the 2 credits here. I'll keep these. All right, so let's take a look at the T-shirt. So right now we're 1 for 3. I'm not even going to count that. That art print is, no. So let's see if the T-shirt does the box any justice. And it actually does. So, of course, one of the things that we know when it's Halloween time, The Simpsons have been doing this for, my God, 26 years now. The Treehouse of Horror special. Treehouse of Horror is usually how The Simpsons kicks off its season. So, we can see the treehouse, and we can see some, lighting up at the top, and in the silhouette, we see Bart and Lisa in one window, and we see Bart as the Raven in the other. Down in the bottom, I know the camera really can't pick it up, but you see the silhouettes of 2 characters, and I want to say one looks like Ned Flanders, and maybe the other is Snake. I see a pompadour there, but, so the T-shirt is actually good. The one thing from the box, so I'll put the journal on my, desk, but, the T-shirt is salvageable, the journal is salvageable, everything else is probably going to eBay eventually, maybe. So, quality-wise, the stuff is actually pretty good. Not really franchises that I would be into or necessarily appreciate stuff from. But like I said, at least Nerd Block is trying. There was a point in time, like I mentioned earlier, Nerd Block just kind of really didn't give a shit with regards to this product because they were so busy trying to get into other Block products. So we'll see what happens in the future. Maybe the box that comes in November will actually have some stuff that gets me a little excited. I have to say that arcade block from 2 months ago is going to be very, very, very hard to live down. I know you can do it when you try Nerd Block. You've demonstrated that. So let's jump into the Loot Crate and see what they've got. They did not place in the... Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. So, guys, really? Seriously? We're putting fucking ads inside the boxes now? All right. You know what? I'm going to say it. So in the wake of the episode on Sunday night, like I said, is my social media wall exploded with tears, anger, and threats of, no spoilers, man! No spoilers, man! Someone posted a poll and basically said, at this point in time, are you done with the show? Did the show go too far? And I'm seeing more and more people pretty much saying, done with the show, done with the show, done with the show. I really hope this fucking show ends. I have a policy. I don't shit on others' joy. But at some point in time, something gets so overdone, so overrated, so just everything, it needs to fucking end. And I really hope that the season premiere kind of knocks it down to the point where AMC starts to bring it to a conclusion, because really, I get fucking tired of seeing that goddamn show up in my feed again and again and again. So, pontification over. Let's see what we got in here. So the first thing is we have a plush toy. We have a plush Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I believe the brand is Funny, Punny. It says Loot Crate exclusive, Kid Robot. So it's kind of like, okay, not really, not my thing, but, okay, sure. We have a pennant. A Camp Crystal Lake pennant. Now, here's the one problem with it. With any of these, how can I put this? With any of this fake souvenir swag, the best way that you can kill it is by branding it. Anybody who knows Camp Crystal Lake knows that it is Friday the fucking 13th. We do not need to put this. For me, this kind of takes away from the whole novelty of it. Again, the idea of novelty shirts, novelty products, things that take fictional places and kind of make, real swag from it. The whole thing that just robs of that is by branding it. It kind of assumes that the audience is stupid. So, in other words, somebody like, oh, Camp Crystal Lake. I've never heard of that. Where is it? Oh, Friday the 13th. Oh, okay. We don't have to put a brand on it, kids. Seriously. Cute. I'll give them a little bit of a nod for the originality, but, again, putting the branding on it, especially when it's got a fucking tag on the back, we don't need to put a label on the front. Assume that the audience is intelligent enough to put two and two together. So let's move on. So far, we're not doing good, Loot Crate. We have, look, it's a sequel book. About a year and change ago, we had Regrettable Superheroes. Just weird superheroes who have appeared over the last 70 years or so. One of the characters like, Dollman, for example. And we have the sequel, The Legion of Regrettable Supervillains. Again, here I was just bitching a second ago with the handbook for the recently deceased. Here's what these people need to figure out. Some things you can make a fictional book out of. For example, the Ghostbusters spotting guide that came in one of the boxes about 6-8 months ago. That was a good idea. That was a cool book. That handbook for the recently deceased. That could have been a cute, especially the way, it's like pocket sized. That could have been a cool book. Legion of Regrettable Supervillains is nothing more, and it's kind of funny I get this. I got the copy of Ready Player One that I got 2 years ago. I put it in my office just because, at some point in time, I might actually have a few minutes in the day, and I might actually want to start reading it. Nerd Block, I think, put that out. They paid the publisher. They said, hey, listen, will you make a print run of the book, take the UPC off it, put our branding on the back. This is nothing more than a commercial book that they just took the UPC off and put their branding on the back. So far, not really digging the Loot Crate, kids. I think this is going to be another one of those best of the worst. Now this is kind of cool. The production quality isn't quite what it usually is, but the pin, as soon as I can get it out of here. At this point in time, it's turned into a challenge. I will get it out of there. So, the commemorative pin, as you can see, it's got a smooth finish. It doesn't kind of have that embossed etching the way the more recent pins have. But, the idea is it borrows from that classic Halloween iconography. The pumpkin kind of being cut from the stab pattern of the knife, and of course we have Michael Myers' iconic mask in there. So the pin's kind of a cool idea. I have to admit it, man. I'm not really feeling this whole thing because, frankly, as soon as I was in the middle of puberty, horror films suddenly I lost all my interest in horror films, man. When I was 11, 12, 13, 14, I was like the weird kid in middle school and early high school who was all into the slasher films, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, anything Troma put out, anything Continental Video put out at the video store, all those Italian imports, Zombie, City of the Walking Dead, man. I was the kid who was into that and, just really got into the gore, really got into the horror, but something happened around 15 or 16. Maybe it was late puberty activated and just, suddenly it's I discovered other things other than slasher films. So, the idea of watching these movies just, I lost interest very, very, very quickly. And this whole box is horror themed. It's just, it's not doing a damn thing for me. So let's move on. I think there's one thing here before the T-shirt. So we will put it out of its misery. And we have Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger chopsticks. Now, if you are one of the few people who are actually coming over from my Facebook and watching this, if you have read between the lines, you know now as an adult how I feel about the character. Again, 13, 14, 15 years old. Freddy Krueger is a fun guy, provided he doesn't kill you. Freddy Krueger is a funny guy. He sends people off with a one-liner. But when you become a little older and you watch the videos, and you really watch the videos, especially the first film, Freddy Krueger is a fucking child molester who got rightfully lynched by his neighbors and decided that he was going to come back and kill the children that he could not fuck as a way of payback against the people who lynched him. Now, again, vigilante justice, I get it, but, seriously, Nightmare on Elm Street is about a fucking zombie child molester, It's I can't appreciate the films anymore, man. I haven't even seen, I think the last time I watched any of the Nightmare on Elm Street films, at any point in my life was 1987 when Dream Warriors came out. Maybe 88, the one that followed that. But, again, I have a real hard time with a franchise whose anti-hero is a fucking kitty diddler. What can I say? It's this whole weird morality thing. It's come on. Yeah, it's kind of I can say this. One of my partners is from Pennsylvania. It's kind of this hero worship for Joe Paterno, man. It's fuck! When did common sense die? You have people who are holding this man and lionizing this man up, in spite of the fact that he knew what was going on. He knew what was happening. And likewise, we have a Nightmare on Elm Street, man. People fucking lionize a character who became the character he was because he was molesting children and got lynched for it. So, yeah, So taking a look. So it's an exclusive. I'm not even sure. They feel metal. So I guess that would be the one thing. But, again, the idea is they're basically metal chopsticks in a plastic glove casing. So let's take a quick look at the... The T-shirts. Oh, gee, look, yeah. So I could probably wear this. I'm going out to NC Comic Con in 2 weeks. I could probably wear this and have every fucking Glenn fangirl screaming, crying, and spitting at me. So here's the problem. Again, I've never watched the show, and I got the inference. We don't need the goddamn advertisement on the show. It ruins the whole idea. It ruins the whole novelty of the shirt. You know, just God damn it, Loot Crate. You know, you're losing me very quickly. Loot Crate, I love you, but you're bringing me down. So, you know, there we go. We got the t-shirts, the dead child molester chopsticks, the Leatherface toy, the shitty pendant, the shittier book. Yeah, this one, it's not even best of the worst. It's like, at least Nerd Block did not give me fucking dead child molester paraphernalia. So, hey, congratulations, Nerd Block. You know, the best of the shittiest 2 months in a row. So, there we go, folks. I'm going to put this video out of its mercy, and I will put you, I will give you a sense of relief as well, and just fucking end this, and hope that something gets better. You know, please, if you're listening, any divine entity, I don't give a shit. Give me some damn decent boxes in November. I made the very stupid mistake of not turning auto renew off on the Nerd Block, so I'm stuck with this for at least another 6 months. I'm really hoping the boxes that come in November are better. So there we go, folks. You know the drill. If you're really interested in watching me bitch and snark and unbox these, please by all means subscribe. If you want to interact positively, and well, I will interact back in turn, maybe. If you want to be a dick, of course, I can be the ultimate dick because I have block power. So, without having been said, I will see everybody in November. Take care, folks.